Hello dear students, welcome back to new session. Let's recall what we had learned yesterday. Yesterday we have discussed about functions of a political party. So the very basic function, the first function of a political party is to contest elections. Political parties, they contest elections. Second, they put forward various programs and policies. Third one, parties play decisive role in making laws. We know that different laws, different rules for the country formed by different government. That means political parties play important role here. More fourth one, parties form and run governments. First of all, they form government and they run government. Next, fifth one, we have seen about the party which they lose in polls in election. So parties that lose in election, they play role of opposition. That is also one of the important functions of a political party. Now there are two more functions important here in your textbook. So let's discuss remaining two. So sixth one, parties shape public opinion. Let's see about this in detail. So parties actually they highlight issues. Parties have lakhs of members as well as supporters, right? Activists in the country. So when certain kind of issue occur in a country, public issue, right? So political parties highlight such kind of issues. Political parties in such case they become voice of the people. Because suppose if issue happen to a common people, we know that respective authorities or police department or any other media or other important institutions, they won't, sometimes they neglect such kind of issues to the people. We know such kind of issues in our society, in our country. So in that case, political parties they play important role. They, through rallies, through protest, right? Through many ways, they raise people's voice. They bring and highlight issues of the people and demand the government to solve such kind of issues. So here, many of the pressure groups are also extension of political parties. Pressure groups such as like youth groups, women wing, different unions like trade unions, labor unions. So those different pressure groups also extension of political parties and among different sections of the society, even in case of students as well. If you don't know, let me tell you, different political parties they also have that extension pressure groups for students. So students can join those different groups and many times especially here about the college level means higher level like at the university level or right. So for students those activist groups play important role in favor of students. So similar for other sections of the society as well. Parties sometimes also launch movements for resolution of problems faced by the people. Many times we know that people face certain issues, problems in society. And when government fail to resolve the issues of the people, in that case, political parties, any other political parties which are not in the power, so those political parties they play important role. They launch various movements, protest, and demand for resolution of people's issue. Often opinions in society crystallize on the lines parties take. So here parties play important role for shape of public opinion. Next one, parties provide people access to government machinery and welfare schemes. Here government has a system, mechanism. So it's actually very difficult to reach to the government authorities for a common people and especially to the higher authorities. But as we know, it's very easy to reach local leaders, local parties leader. So let me tell you a practical thing. Generally, we know this thing. Actually, we are well aware about it. Many times we know that if a problem occur in our area, in our society, instead of reaching to the offices, respective offices like municipal council or any government offices, district level offices or other, people sometimes prefer to go to local leaders. Local leaders, I mean, local political party leaders, because they provide platform to the people and they assure people to solve the issues. And many times, people's issues actually solved by the party leaders or party activists. So, for an ordinary citizen, it is easy to approach a local party leader than a government official. That is why they feel close to parties, even sometimes they do not support the political parties. Actually, I don't support a particular political parties. When I'm in need, when I feel that certain issue can be solved by with the support of a political party, I can go to political party. Personally, I do not go, but just an example. Parties have to be responsive to the people and they try to solve the people's issue. Even sometimes they are not in power, and even to maintain their power, they at least try to solve people's issue because they want to come in power again. And many times, if people's issue not solved by the leaders of political party, sometimes people reject them. That examples are there even in our area as well. So here there are 7 functions of political party. Now there is a question, necessity. Why do we need a political party or why do we need political parties? So we can give answer with the reference of all these functions, right? The list of functions, in a sense, the answer of the question. We need political parties because they perform all these functions. We can give this answer. Yes, somehow this answer is correct, but we can elaborate this question in a different manner. We still need to ask why modern democracy cannot exist without political parties. Let's count necessities of political parties with appropriate examples. So, we can understand the necessity of political parties by imagining a situation without political party. So let's assume a country without a political party. So, if a country without political party, then every candidate in the election will be independent because no political party, independent, right? Separate. So no one will able to make any promises to the people about major policy changes because a person cannot make policies and programs for entire country. But in case of political parties, we have seen that they put forward policies and programs. But one man cannot promise. Political parties, they promise in the election campaign, but if individual cannot. The government may be formed. Together, individual they can form the government, right? But its utility will remain ever uncertain. Elected representatives, why? Because elected representatives will be accountable to their own constituency only. If a political party, then accountable to the people of whole country, right? If an individual person, then accountable to the respective constituency, respective seat. So, elected representative will be accountable to their constituencies for what they do in their locality. But no one will be responsible for how country will be run. We can also take example of village level, panchayat level elections. So non-party elections, generally panchayat do not have political parties. If you have observed before, panchayat elections are non-party elections. But non-party elections difficult to make decisions for the village. If you notice before, generally when we elect state level government or central level government, we do not cast our vote because we do not have provision to cast our vote for the chief minister and for the prime minister. Because chief minister elected by, chosen by our representatives, by the MLAs. Similar thing applicable at central level too. At central level, our prime minister actually elected by, chosen by our elected representative whom we elect. That means member of parliament. But in case of local level, village level, village panchayat, in village panchayat election, there are two separate vote we cast. First, we cast our vote for our ward, for the ward member. The second for sarpanch, means for the head of the village, right? Because there is no party election. But still, to rule, to make decisions in a better way, at village level also those people form a panel. That is called panel, not a political party. That group is called panel. So it is generally noticed that village gets split into more than one faction, each which put up panel of its candidates. This is exactly what political party does. That is, we can say, a miniature model of a political party. So that is the reason we find political parties almost all countries in the world. Political parties are there almost all countries in the world. Somewhere one political party, somewhere two, sometimes multi-political party. About them we will discuss in the upcoming videos. More, whether these countries are big or small, old or new, developed or developing, they do have political parties. The rise of political parties indirectly linked to the emergence of representative democracy, because in modern world we know that there is representative type of democracy. People elect their representatives and their representatives make decision on behalf of the people. They rule on behalf of the people. And without political party or without political parties, representative type of democracy is practically not possible. As societies become large and complex, they also need some agency to gather different views on various issues and to present this to the government. Because we know that, like if we take example of India, a large country with a complex society with the vast diversity, here difficult to make decision if those representatives individual without a political party. So we need the agency, one institute, one system which can bring all those people on, or most of the people on in one group with one view. So political party does that. So they needed some ways to bring various representatives together so that responsible government could be formed, and political party does that. They needed mechanism to support or restrain government, make policies, justify or oppose them. Political parties fulfill these needs that every representative government has. We can say that parties are necessary condition for democracy. So here we have seen functions of the political parties as well as necessity in democracy. Alright, so here about the importance of political parties. In next video, we'll discuss about numbers of political parties. We know that can be one, two, or multiple. So how many parties should we have? We'll understand about this in coming videos. Thank you so much for watching videos. See you later.